Hi children, good morning, welcome to class. Children, in the previous class we were discussed about units of measurements and their symbols also. So when we go to the further classes, not be only meter, it's a M for a small m for meter or a scale centimeters cm or millimeters mm scale. So these all the things we were discussed in our previous class, and also how to measure the things also we were discussed, isn't it? So now today we are going to know about, you take one scale and how to take a measurement in exactly, that is it should be needed. It's not as you like, isn't it? It's not like how we like to measure here and there. We go there say and we can measure. It's not there are some rules and some scientific method we have to follow during measuring. So these all the things in a 6th class basics or fundamentals also we can call, isn't it? So let's see children today's how to measure the meter scales. See children, precautions while using a meter scale. When you measure the meter scale, we have to take some precautions. What kind of the precautions we have to take? Let's see. First of all, the place should be placed exactly along the length to be measured, isn't it? So the first one, where we are placed exactly, we have to see that length also. Am I clear? So once again I say the place should be placed. So wherever you are going to measure, there you should be measured exactly. See, exactly along the length to be measured, isn't it? So this is the very important point. The next coming to the, so whenever you start with the scale or with the measurement tools, we have to follow first of all 0 point onwards. Understand? So whenever you start that measurements, it has to be take them 0 point onwards. So it's very important also. Am I clear? So we have to start with 0 point, then we will go along up to some length we have to measure. Next one is our eye must be vertically above the point. So wherever you are measuring, it has to be in a vertically, you have to keep our measurement where here. So the position also we have to see. The fourth one is whenever you measure the material or any object, that scale should be extra or double, isn't it? Then only we can get very exactly the measuring of the length. So that is a very important. Am I clear? Now let's see the second point. How can we measure a small thickness? See children, here very important point we are going to know. So before these things, so if we big things, big object we can measure very simple way with our scale or measuring jars, whatever it may be. But whereas the thickness of the materials or objects, can you tell me what are the thickness of the object? Do you know anything thickness of the objects? Just imagine. Can I say one example? Book, a textbook or notebook or any book, that papers can be measured easy way with your scale. Just try once. Is it not at all possible? One paper can measure, but 100 papers we can measure with the scale by divide. What is the centimeter scale? For example, if you have taken this 100, so 100 no, here for example 5 centimeters or 5, So here we can be by method we can be follow, isn't it? So 22.5 centimeters or like this it can be come. So these are the way we can measure with the thickness of the papers. At the best example, let's see the coins. Okay children, let's see the coins. 1 rupee coin or 2 rupees coin. We cannot count exactly what is there, but we can count with the bundle of the upon of the coins if we keep, and we can measure with the scale by divide how many coins we put. So that is also one of the best method we can follow for this. How can we measure a small thickness of the materials or object? Understand? So these are the very simple things we have to understand very easy way only. That's why I am telling you. Am I clear children? So if you have any doubt, later we can see. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Measure a thing or object or a distance, we have to be very particular that the measurement is correct. Correct measurement of any object is very necessary. Why? And how can we assure that it will be correct? So let's see in this video. We have different measuring scales and devices. One such device is centimeter scale on your geometry box. It is used for small measurement like the length of your pencil, the length of your pen, the length of your eraser, the length of your book. We use a meter scale for measuring length. A tailor uses a tape, whereas a cloth merchant uses a meter rule. We cannot measure the grit of a tree using a meter scale. Measuring tape is more suitable for this, as we know that scale cannot be turned around, right? The scale cannot be bent. The measuring tape can be bent and it can be rolled around the tree. So it is more easier to measure the grit of a tree or the trunk of the tree with a measuring tape than a meter scale. For small measurements, we can use 15-meter scale. I'm so sorry. For small measurements, we can use 15 centimeter scale, which is present everywhere and every shop, even you must have it. So let's move on to what precautions should we take while taking a measurement. For taking measurement, we must take care of following things. The first thing we should take care is, in order to take measurement of length of object, we must put the scale along its length. If you are measuring a box, you should not keep the scale slanting. You should keep the scale straight as the box is. If the object is slanting, you should keep the scale also slanting. If the object is straight, you have to keep the scale also straight, as you can see in the picture. The second thing which we have to take care of is if the end of the scale is broken, which is 0 or the last end is broken and we are not able to see the 0 mark or the last end, then we can take any full mark and can subtract the reading from this mark from the reading at the other end. For example, if I'm measuring a 5 centimeter box and if I cannot see the 0 mark, so I can take the very next mark, which is full mark, which is in this case 1, and I can measure the distance of that 5 centimeter box, and I can minus 1 centimeter from the reading I have got. If I have got the reading 7 centimeter or 6 centimeter, I can minus 1 centimeter and I will get 5 centimeter as my reading. So the third thing which we have to take care is, during measurement, the position of eye is also very important. So we must keep our eye in such a way that it is exactly in front of the point where measurement is to be taken. Why should we be particular about the position of the eye? Because to avoid parallax errors. So what are the parallax errors? So parallax is the displacement or the change in the apparent position of the object when viewed from two different points of view. This type of error while measuring is called a parallax error. So let's take an example. Put, put a scale in front of you and try observing it from your right side and then left side and from the center side. What difference you can see? You will see the different readings. If I am measuring a 7 centimeter scale and if I saw it from right side, I will see that the scale is measuring 6 centimeter. If I am seeing from the left side, I will see that the line is measuring 9 centimeter. And if I see from center, I will be exactly able to figure out that the line is 7 centimeter long. So to avoid this type of confusion while measuring, the eye must be exactly above the point where the measurement is to be taken in order to avoid parallax errors. So it's all.
Over the hills and far from mine, she's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart.